Welcome back, folks, to another installment of The House That Never Sleeps. A few days ago I showed you guys a way that I set my nut action up here. Set them all at 18 thousandths. Well, when I adjusted the truss rod on this guitar in doing that, that lowered the action on all but two strings, the second and fourth, I think it was, I had to file. So, and if you remember the first string, first fret action, it was 18 thousandths. When it was 18 thousandths, then I adjusted the truss, came back and it was 16 thousandths. And I've been trying to kind of get used to that. The second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth strings are 18 thousandths right now, and the first string 16 thousandths, and I don't like it. So I'm going to change that, and rather than make a new nut just because one string's messed up, I'm going to show you the old baking soda and super glue trick. Only a little bit more advanced, unique way of doing that. So let me bring the camera on over here closer and I'll show you what we're going to do. So what we have here, like I said, we have 18 thousandths here. 18, 18, 18, 18, and 16. And I just, it doesn't rattle or buzz. But it's too close. It's too low for me. So like I said, rather than make a new nut because we have a tiny problem here, I'm going to use this what's often referred to as the baking soda super glue trick. Only we're not going to use super glue or baking soda. So the first thing we want to do though here is just mask off that area in case we spilled a little bit of glue or anything else. Still haven't put new strings on this guitar yet, but I'm going to do that just as soon as I get the nut action set. And I'm one string away from happiness, glory, joy. What we have here is not baking soda. I can get it where you can see it. This is bone dust. Dust that I've saved from making nuts and saddles and just sanding bone away. That's all this is bone. And I'm going to use cyanoacrylate glue, thin viscosity. Now you can use super glue with this, and you can use baking soda, or like I say, I prefer to use bone dust myself, both which work very well. Bone dust just seems to be more natural, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to take a little pipette here, suck a little bone dust up into that pipette and drop it. Try to drop it into the, this is very hard to do. This dust is really thin. And all I have to do there now is drop one tiny drop of CA glue on that. And I really should use a pipette probably for that. But I don't have a pipette here handy, so I'm just going to try. Emphasize the word try. Try to get one drop of thin viscosity CA glue onto that. And there we go. That was simple enough. I'm going to let that set, and then I will take, that's a .013 gauge string, first string. So once that sets, I'm not going to use any accelerator or any of that crap. I don't like it. Once this sets up, we'll come back here and I'll get a .019 nut file. In fact, I'll shut the camera off and go find that file while that sets up, and we'll come back and file it out until we have 18 thousandths nut action on that first string. So hold on for that. And we are back. Haven't done anything. I just let this set, and should be hard enough now to be able to make some headway on. Just going to level that glue off the top of that a tiny bit. I can put this second string back. Action was too low on that, so what we want to do is raise that action. I need a 19 or a 13. I have a 13 here. So we needed to raise the action on this first string nut action here. I showed you how to feel it. And there again, you want to file with your file the same angle as your headstock up here is. Don't just lay the file there flat like that and start filing. Turn it up to match the angle of the headstock and begin to file. Now I want to take a little bit of the time off of that thing. You don't want to overshoot. I'm not even going to tune it up to pitch to check this. Got 18 thousandths here, and we can come down some more. We can come down a little bit more. Like I say, I don't want to overkill on this. And with these files, man, you can do it quickly and very easily before you know it. Let's get an idea here. And we can still come some more. These files really dig in, so you know you want to be very careful and not kill the work we just did by filing too much away. It's not tuned up to pitch, that string, but let's tune it up to pitch. That's not up to pitch either, but those strings are going to break if I keep doing this. I'm going to take a little bit more from it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave that alone. There, it's up to pitch. Here's 18 thousandths. Second string rings a little bit with the gauge under it. See that? I could take a little tiny bit more off of that. I think I will do it now that we've talked about it. You know, it may take you a few times to get this right, but if you just need one string fixed, I don't see any point in making a new nut. Just to fix one string. That still could come down a little bit, but check it up to string tension now. Third string is very, very close. I don't know if the camera's getting this or not, but the gauge is going under the strings and it is not raising the string up, so those don't ring out like these unwound ones do. The only ones that ring out are the two unwound, the second and the first. And it's so close, yeah, it's close enough. I'm going to leave it there and go with that. So yeah, rather than making a new nut just to fix one string, you can take some bone dust and put in that. And like I say, I use cyanoacrylate glue. You can use super glue, works just as well. And build that back up and file it back down to get exactly the nut action that you want. And you don't have to spend all day whittling out a new nut. Hold on. I do want to check now though, after we did all of these changes, and see what our string action is at the 12th fret. It was 5/64 on the bass string, and just a tad under 4/64 on the first string, and it should still be very close to that. 5/64 there, bass string. I don't think it moved at all. Still right at just a tiny bit shy of 4/64 on the first string. Yeah, good. Whoo! We like it when things fall together like that. Kind of get a little bit of a rush from it. So there you go, folks. That's the way I work the nut, play with the nut. Like I say, you can use regular super glue and baking soda and do the same thing. I prefer bone powder if I have it. Always keep a little cup of it around. And I got powders of rosewood dust and ebony dust and bone dust and just all kinds of dust, man. But I should have maybe included this on that other video. I thought I could get by with that first string being 16 thousandths, but it was just too low. It didn't feel like the other strings up here at the nut action. It just didn't, you know, I didn't like the way it felt. Now it should feel like the rest of the strings. And hopefully you learned how to raise your nut action if you need to without having to take the nut out and redo it. See a lot of people sticking a piece of paper under the string at the nut to raise the string, you know, if they have some fret buzz up there. See a lot of people doing that. And but you know, you can do it this way. It's not good to put paper under there. That takes away from your tone and your volume and everything else. So there you go. It's fixed. Definitely needs a set of strings. Those silk and steel strings I was telling you about, told the guy, I said I want silk and steel, Martin. I want .013 to .056. Yes sir. He walks around behind the counter, comes back, reaches me a set of strings. I pay for them and just leave. I don't have them right here now, but I get home and they're like .011 to .047s. They're way lighter than what I like on these type of guitars. So I'm not going to put them on this guitar, but I'll find something to put them on. I'm anxious to try those out, see how they work. But anyways, cheers. See you real soon on another repair or a quick clip tip or something. I don't know, but stay tuned. Whatever's coming is going to be good. Cue ball's coming. Beware. Cheers.